whatever we need for the practice today. So grabbing whatever props you need, wherever you need to place yourself, if you need to be up against a wall, if you need pillows, if you need blankets, if you need straps, or bands, or a belt, blocks, anything you need, an eye pillow for final relaxation when we get there. So grabbing all of those things, any of those things, whatever is going to work for you today. And then grabbing a stable chair, of course, if you're working in a chair. Sometimes the chair isn't going to work for you. So maybe you're on the floor, or maybe you're standing. You can do all of this standing. You can do it however is working for you and your body today, remembering that this is your practice. So listening to your body, and listening to where it's going to go, and not comparing to last week or next week or 2 weeks ago, or no comparison, just going with what is happening today, being present in our present self and being present right here, right now. So finding ourselves seated in our chair, sitting ourselves up nice and tall. Let's back a little bit. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and take our toes and whatever you've got beneath you, floor, mat, carpet, maybe you've got socks on too, just gripping the floor and moving those feet back and forth. So just rocking those feet back and forth. And this will help us to become present where we're at, to ground us, and just to begin to wake up our feet, the rest of our bodies. But again, we're sitting ourselves up to the center or front center of our chair. We're not using the back of the chair unless you have an injury or you are sick or you're getting over an illness, anything like that. Anytime you need this extra support, that's what the chair is for, is to use that. So we are gripping the floor, just rooting ourselves. It actually feels really good. Maybe you want to rotate the ankles a little bit. We'll do that a little bit. We might do that a little bit later, but rotate it a little bit, maybe point and flex those feet, and just sitting ourselves up tall now. So sitting right into our glutes, lengthening up through our glutes, lengthening up through our spine. Imagine that we are stacking one vertebrae on top of the other. Oh yeah. And our shoulders are nice and tall as well. So we've got a lengthened spine, shoulders down and back. Ooh, nice tall neck as well, lengthened up through the head. Good. Let's go ahead and do a sun breath here. So let's go ahead and inhale and sweep this up. While everything is really tall, inhale and sweep this up. Oh yeah, and exhale it out. Good. Let's roll our shoulders out. So let's go ahead and roll those shoulders back. Nice big shoulder rolls here. And you can involve those arms as much as you want in these shoulder rolls. You can make the arms go big if you want, or it can be very small, just focusing on shoulders. Again, listening to your body and what feels good for you. Feels good for your movement, your mobility, and your flexibility. Let's go ahead and roll that the other way. So if you were rolling backwards, let's go ahead and roll that forward or shrugging forward. Rolling that. Yeah. Rolling that out. And let's actually change this into a shrug. So let's go ahead and shrug that up and then heavily release that down. Almost imagining maybe somebody's pulling at your wrists. They're down on the floor and they're pulling your arms down. And then let's go ahead and release that. Shrug that up. And then heavily being pulled down. Oh, get some lengthening in that neck. Let's shrug it up lightly again. So big shrug up. All that anxiety, all that stress, anything that's going on right there. And then release that down. Somebody is pulling at your wrist, pulling at your fingers, lengthening through those arms. Oh man, I feel that. Feel that in my arms and in my back. So good. All right, while our arms are heavy and lengthened and our neck is lengthened, let's drop our chin to chest. Go ahead and drop that down. Goodness, chin to chest. And maybe there's some extra lengthening in the back of the neck, base of the skull, those traps. Those traps are those shoulder muscles that are always, for me, I'm always like, oh, they're always scrunched up around my ears. But right here is when they can lengthen. Oh, Oh, and maybe get a little bit of a release there. Lift that head center and take our eyes to sky. Good, drop that chin back to chest, heavy arms still. So still imagining somebody is pulling those arms down. It's kind of an active stretch if you're pulling those arms down, and then lift our eyes to sky. Good, bring that neck to center, head to center. Let's look to the right. Imagining that we can take our chin all the way over to that right side. And then to the left. Same thing. Imagining we take that chin all the way over to the left side. Bring that back to center. Drop our right ear towards our right shoulder. Drop our chin to chest. Oh, just that little rotation. Oh my goodness. And then left ear to left shoulder. And chin to chest. Those arms are still heavy by our sides. Maybe you're able to pull those shoulder blades down even further. Lift our head up to center, take our eyes to sky. Let's add in the neck circles. Let's bring our head back to neutral. Drop our chin to chest, right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. And the challenge here is to try and keep those really heavy arms. So still imagining somebody is pulling your arms towards the floor. This is hard. Oh, goodness. Having to think about that, having to lengthen through those arms, having to have those heavy arms, while at the same time trying to get that looseness, the loosening up of the neck, up at the top. Oh my goodness, that's a lot going on. There's a lot for your brain going on here too. A lot of thinking going on, a lot of imagining, and then go ahead and release that chin to chest, lift that head to center. Ah. Oh. You can release those arms if you're keeping them heavy. Shake that out. My goodness, that was intense. Good, let's inhale and sweep this up. Big inhale up and exhale it out. Good, another sun breath here. Inhale and sweep this up and exhale it out. And I love with these sun breaths, you can over exaggerate this as much as you need to be. Be as dramatic as you can about this because it's super good. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. One more time. Inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale, let's go ahead and either hold the back of the chair, clasp your hands behind you, or holding the back of the seat of the chair immediately behind you. So whatever feels best for you. I'm clasping my hands because my shoulders are pretty mobile. I've already done some stretching and stuff this morning. So I'm pretty mobile already, but if you are cold, if you're just starting, then maybe holding to the side or even to the side, but behind you, a little bit behind you is working for you. So just knowing that you will get more flexible and more mobile as we move along with the practice. Let's drop our chin to chest and let's take our eyes to sky. Bring our head to center, look to the left and look to the right. And bring that back to center. Drop that chin to chest again. Good. Lift our head to center. Take our eyes to sky. So good. Release that. Release our arms. Shake that out. Give ourselves a big hug. Right over left. Ooh, so we'll do an opposite. Nice. Oh, that feels good to be hugging in the front while we're pulling open in the back. So now we are expanding our back muscles. We were expanding our chest muscles. Now we're doing the opposite, and you can rock it from side to side like I'm doing because it feels really good. You don't have to, you can find stillness here too. But I just like that movement with that, that feels good. All right, open that up. Very nice, release that. Roll those shoulders back. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. Good, inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale, let's take those arms behind us again. So either reaching for the back of the chair, back of the seat of the chair, or clasping those hands behind you. Maybe you've got a little bit more mobility now. Now they're a little warmer. Good. Opening that up, sitting that up tall. Let's look to the left. Looking over that left shoulder. Bring that head to center. Look to the right. Good, bring that to center. Drop our chin to chest. Lift our eyes to sky. Head to neutral. Let's do a neck circle. Drop our chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. Drop that chin to chest. Oh my goodness, right ear, right shoulder. I don't know if you're feeling it in your shoulders and the backs of your arms. Oh man, just taking that, rolling that just a few times. Go drop that down, lift that head up. Maybe your arms are going to sleep. Mine have got a little pins and needles going on here. Let's shake that out and let's give ourselves a big hug in the front again. Left over right this time. So left arm over right, big hug in the front. Oh yeah, so good, so good. Adding that little, oh, side to side right there, that is good too. Don't worry, we'll add in a little bit of a lean with our arms in just a second. Let's open this up, release our arms to our side. Inhale and sweep this up tall. Let's drop our right hand down to the right side of the chair, and then we add in that lean. So leaning this over, let's really keep that left glute down. It can be easy to kind of lean over with that. Keep everything planted, keep those feet planted, keep those glutes planted. That is such a good stretch, especially if you're focusing on planting. Like once I focused on planting my glute down, oh, that stretch right there. Breathe it here. Inhale and exhale it. So good. Very nice. Inhale and sweep this up center. And let's drop our left hand down. Reach this over. Plant that right glute, right foot into the chair. And you can really, really get that side stretch. Even more than if you were just being like, okay, I'm just here. Thinking about it, adding in our mind, adding in those thoughts of, okay, I'm planting now. I'm rooted. I am also lengthening at the same time. So my lower body's pulling down, my upper body's pulling up. When you add in those mindset cues, it changes everything. It adds more. Oh, good. Inhale and lift this up. Clasp our hands at the top. Let's press our palms towards the ceiling. Lengthen up here. So really reach up through those arms. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Make some circles here. So let's make a circle with those arms and then circle that up. Oh my goodness, that feels really good. Do that again. Circle the arm down, arms up, plural, down and up all the way. Good, let's do that again. Circle those arms down and then bring those arms up. Lengthen up through this. Good, nice long spine, nice tall spine, nice tall arms. Now we're gonna circle the other way. Circle that other way and then lift that tall. We're gonna do a few more like that. Circle that. We're really, really waking up those shoulders today and lift that up. Very nice. One more time. Circle that around and then lift that up. And if your arms are burning here, that's super normal because this is some pretty intense stuff because we're having to hold things up. Let's reach up through our fingers. Actually, I forgot it. Let's breathe here. So keep our hands clasped, keep our palms pressing towards the sky. Let's do a sigh breath. And if your arms are a little warm, that's okay. You can do this. Use the breath to help keep your arms up. Inhale it deeply and exhale, big sigh out. If your arms are shaking, that's normal. Inhale it deeply and exhale, big sigh out. Good, one more time. Inhale it deeply and exhale, big sigh out. Good, we can bring those arms down just halfway. Take our arms out, rotate our wrists. So this is giving you just a little bit of a rest with those arms. I know it's a half rest because we haven't put them all the way down yet. We're not going to put them all the way down yet. Good. So it's just a little half rest. You can wave one way and then wave down. Good. Let's bring our arms back up. Reach up through our fingers. I know those arms are burning and I know they might be shaking. Let's walk our hands or our legs, walk our legs over to the right. Let's take our hands. Now they get to rest. Oh my goodness. Take it onto the back of your chair, back of the seat of the chair. Oh my goodness, and sitting ourselves up nice and tall. And using that back of the chair as leverage to twist into this. Goodness, this is making me dizzy today. Going comfortably uncomfortable. my torso, goodness, my lats, my latissimus dorsi, my back muscles. I am feeling that. Where are you feeling it at? This is when we start to check in, or maybe you've already started to check in. Maybe you started to check in from the very beginning. So this is our nice little check-in. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. One more time. Big deep inhale. And exhale it out. So good. I almost don't want to let it go. Reach those arms back up. But the good thing is we have another side. Let's walk our legs back to the front. And then we're going to walk it over to the other side. So walking ourselves over to the left, hands. They get two. Hold on to the back of the seat of the chair. And we get this same wonderful, oh goodness, stretch. For that back, for that torso, for those abdominals, for those arms. This is getting so many things right here. Maybe you've got some soreness, maybe in your glutes, maybe in your low back. This is super helpful for that too. Maybe up in your arms, maybe in your chest, super helpful. Just using those arms to leverage into this twist here. Let's add that breath. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Yeah. Good. Let's do it again. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Oh, good. Reach up through those arms. Walk our legs back to the center. So good. Very nice. And then let's release that down. Good. Roll our shoulders back. And roll that forward. So nice. All right, grabbing what we need for our seated sun salutation. So if you're using blocks here or something to give you height, pillows, push-up bars, small chairs, if you've got small stools or something, you can use that too. Just there's so many different ideas of things that you may use for props if you need to do that. Listen to your body. We're not being, this isn't hero practice. You're already a hero. So it's not like, I don't need to use that. I'm going to do it because I'm a hero. No, this is yoga practice where we get to use all the props that we want to help us in our practice, to help us do the things that we want to do. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Oh, seated forward fold. Now, if you've got some back issues or hip flexor issues, you've got tight hips, you may want some support between your belly and your thighs. You can grab a pillow or a couple of pillows or a folded up blanket and use that there. That can be super helpful because we do a lot of these cycles. We do a lot of these seated sun salutations. So we're in a nice forward fold, relaxing our head and neck. Maybe you're able to look at your knees. Maybe you're able to look at the underneath of your chair. Maybe you're looking at your toes, or maybe you're looking out in front of you. Let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen through our arms. Hands are either on the floor, on your shins, on your ankles, or on your thighs. Lengthening through arms, lengthening through spine. Tailbone is pointed down towards the seat of the chair, crown of the head lifting towards the ceiling. Good, nice long spine, nice long arms. Release that into that forward fold. Inhale and lengthen here. Exhale and release. Let's add in that sun breath. Inhale and sweep our arms up, big sun breath up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Let's hold this here. We're going to hold our lengthening. We're going to press our right hand into whatever you're using for the height. Let's open with that left side. So maybe you've got the mobility and flexibility in your left shoulder that your arm is able to lift up high. Maybe it's halfway. Maybe it's even lower. Maybe you can't. And go ahead and put your hand onto your torso, on your lowest rib, the lowest part of your rib cage or your waist. And you are twisting open here. So we're getting this wonderful trunk mobility right there. Breathe it here. And then let's release this back into that forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Let's hold this here. We're going to go the other side. So let's take our left hand, press it into whatever you're using for height here. And let's open the right side. Again, wherever that is going to work for you. Maybe you're taking it to your lowest rib. Maybe your shoulder is letting you open all the way up. Maybe you usually can, but today you can't. Again, listen to your body and go to where it can go. Every day is different. And breathe. So it's all about respecting our bodies and where they're at in the present moment as well. That's super important. Let's go ahead and release that and relax. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Nice big sun salutation. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Let's hold this here. Let's press our right hand back into that block. And let's lift that left arm open. Maybe you get a little bit more opening on the second one around. Breathe it here. Inhale. And exhale it out. And I'm telling you this because I was recognizing it in myself just now. Try not to shrug shoulders here. Try and release that. I was like, ooh, my shoulders are shrugging. Release and try and lengthen that neck as you are opening here. If that's not available, then go ahead and just take that back down so you can get some lengthening in that neck. Good. Let's go ahead and release this back into that forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. We're going to do one more sun breath up. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Good. Let's press our left hand into that block and let's open that right side. This is my tougher side. Still super tight, but breathe. It probably doesn't look that way. I can't really, but no, it looks the same as the other side, but it doesn't feel that way. It's so interesting how it may look the same as the other side, but mentally or physically, it feels like my arm's down here, but it's up here. It's just interesting the way that our bodies work, our muscles, our joints, our ligaments. Good, go ahead and release that and relax. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale our hands to heart. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer once again. Exhale our hands to heart. Let's keep ourselves here and sit ourselves up even taller. So, right when we started our warm-up, how we got really tall through our spine, that's where we kind of want to be right here, is tall back up through that spine, tall lifted, hands to prayer, because we're going to do that big hinge and twist to the left. So let's inhale it deeply here. As we exhale, we're lifting up a little bit more and hinging right at that hip crease, and then we twist. So we're trying to get that right elbow or that right tricep over to that left thigh. That is the goal. That may not be what's happening, and that is okay. Or breathing, actually. Do a nice big deep breath in the spinal twist. This feels really good. That little extra inhale before we went into that hinge and twist, that really helped. To get that into a deeper twist here for the lats, for that waist, for this nice trunk twist. More trunk twisting. Good, let's bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up big. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring those hands to prayer. And exhale our hands to heart. Good. Sit ourselves up tall again. Lengthen up through our spine again. And we're gonna add in that breath with that hinge and twist. So let's inhale it deeply here. And get that nice fold in that hinge and twisting out to the right. And maybe you, like me, have one side that is higher than the other. Maybe that was your other side for you. Oh, and breathe. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. So good. I love just those extra millimeters. They're like probably minute, tiny, itty bitty millimeters of just room that we can get when we add in that breath. Good, bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale our hands to heart. Good. Go ahead and release that. Very nice. Shake that out. Roll our shoulders back. Roll those shoulders forward. All right, let's do our lower body. Okay. So we've got our legs. Let's go ahead and lengthen ourselves into our staff pose. Maybe you've got single leg staff going on or double leg. Lifting up through our arms, or maybe you're on the floor. Maybe you have taken the chair away and you're like, I've got to do this part on the floor. And that is perfect. Whatever is working for you for your practice. We're holding here in this strong staff pose. Let's breathe it 3 times. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Big deep inhale and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Let's release our arms. You can be holding onto the side of the chair or hands to thighs, whatever feels best for you. We're going to flex through our feet. Go ahead and point our toes right here. And flex through our feet. Now we're going to do our hamstring curl and leg extension for 8. So let's curl this in and extend. There's 8. Curl this in and extend. There's 7. Curl this in and extend. There's 6. Curl this in and extend. There's 5. Curl this in and extend. There's 4. Curl this in and extend. There's 3. Curl this in and extend. There's 2. Curl this in and extend. Hold this extension. Go and point those toes and flex those feet. Point those toes and flex those feet. And if those quadriceps are burning, yeah, point those toes and flex those feet. Point those toes and flex those feet. Point those toes and flex those feet. Good. We're going to release our left leg. Keep our right leg lifted like it's still in that staff pose. Scoot ourselves forward. Keep that leg lifted and maybe you're able to lift it up a little bit higher here. Oi. Into this single leg boat. If that leg, that quadricep, right leg, it's on fire. Mine is on fire. If yours is on fire, then yay, welcome to the club today. Let's lengthen, shoulders down and back. We've got this nice boat. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Again, big deep inhale and exhale it out. Yes. All right, taking our leg. We're going to take that foot to our thigh. Maybe that's not where you can go yet. Maybe you have to take it long and down onto your shin. Maybe you're on the floor now. Maybe you had to move over to the floor for this hip stretch, for this piriformis stretch, because this is one of the tightest things. It is always like, so yes, use whatever you need to use for this hip stretch. And we're not super worried about our posture yet. We will in a second, but right now we are just waking it up and we're putting it in the place where we're going to use it in the next moments when we add in our breath and our movement in this figure 4 piriformis stretch for that hip joint and the hip flexor and the glute, outer hip, outer thigh, glute. Good. So yeah, just waking that up, getting that ready. All right, now we're going to go ahead and move ourselves back. So if you're on the floor, you can move yourself against a wall. You don't have to, you can stay where you're at. If you're in that chair, you get to scoot back against the back of the chair. Yay. We get to use the back of the chair right now to keep our spine up nice and tall. Goodness, so tight, so tight. We're going to add in that breath with the hinging forward right here. So let's sit up tall. Let's inhale it deeply here. As we exhale, we hinge, just like we did that wonderful spinal hinge earlier, where we twisted over to the side. That's the same movement here, and maybe minuscule here because we have this leg lifted and because it's a more of a hip focus. Or maybe pulsating. Good. Let's inhale it up tall and exhale, hinge. Oh, makes all the difference. Inhale it up tall and exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall and exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall and exhale, hinge. Wonderful. Very nice. Good. Bring this back to center. So good. My hips are so tight today that this is making me a little dizzy. Let's take this into half shoelace. So you can be doing this on the floor without the chair, or we've got our right heel over onto the left corner of the chair. Wrapping that left arm around if that's available to you. If that's not available to you, then you can be holding onto that shin. Remember, our shin bone, it can handle it. It can handle being held like that. Our knee joint, no, you don't want to handle that. You can also hold underneath the hamstring. You can hold that femur as well. So, but you don't want to hold the knee, shin or underneath, or wrapping it around. And let's twist it to the right. And breathe. Inhale it deeply. Good. Again, inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Okay. So good. Very nice. Let's twist it the other way. Twist that to the other side, other way. Over to the left. That feels good. That's a nice release there. Good. And bring that to center. Give that leg a big hug. And then we can release that down. Take that out. Bring yourselves forward. We're going to go back into staff. If you had single leg staff, you were doing our right leg. Now you're going to the left. If you're doing double, then we've got double. We've got double-legged staff again. Let's reach up through those arms. Lengthen up through that. So good. And let's breathe it 3 times here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Again, inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. One more time, big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good. Release our arms down. Holding onto the chair, hands to the thighs, or wherever it feels best for you. Curl and extend. So let's take the curl in and extend it. Here's 8. Roll that in and extend. Here's 7. Roll this in and extend. Here's 6. Roll this in and extend. Here's 5. Roll that in and extend. Here's 4. Roll that in and extend. There's 3. Roll that in and extend. There's 2. Curl that in and extend. Let's hold this extension. Go ahead and point those toes. Flex those feet. Point those toes and flex those feet. Point those toes. Flex those feet. Point those toes. Flex those feet. Point those toes. Flex those feet. Point those toes and flex those feet. Good. All right, keep our left leg lifted. We can release our right leg. Scoot ourselves forward. Keep that leg lifted. The burning in that quadricep. And the lifting of that hip flexor. Goodness. Single leg boat right here. Let's inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Good. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Very nice. All right, so now we are going to take them to that thigh, or again, if that's too much, too soon, then you can take it down to that shin. But you're working slowly on getting this into this nice figure 4, this piriformis stretch for when we add in that breath and that movement when we sit up against the back of the chair. But for right now, we're just saying good morning, hello, this is where I want you to work for the next few moments. Yes, just finding that awareness. Very good. All right. And if you're on the floor, then you can scoot yourself back to the against a wall or not. If you're on that chair, scoot yourself back up against the back of the chair. And yes, we get to use the back of the chair. And our spine is so nice and lovely and long right here. Such good posture. Let's add that breath. Inhale it deeply. And exhale, hinge. Ooh, this side. I can do a little bit more on this side. Interesting. Inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. Inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. So good. And bring this back to center, back to neutral. Let's cross this over, take this into that half shoelace, and let's go ahead and wrap that arm. So either wrapping or holding onto the shin or underneath that hamstring, because remember the shin bone and the femur, they can handle it. They can handle all that. And let's twist that. Good, right here. Breathe it here, inhale it deeply. And exhale. And again, big deep inhale. And exhale. So good. Let's bring this to center and twist it the other way. Oh, this side. Breathe it here. Inhale. I just laugh because it's all I can do. And it helps to laugh because laughter gives you more breath into your, instead of just like holding your breath. Don't hold your breath. Laugh if you have to. Bring this back to center. Good. Give yourself a nice big hug. And release that. Good. All right. Let's give our right leg the seat of the chair. Let's take our left leg off to the side. Yeah. Oh, that is good. And you can have your toe to the front like you would be doing if we go into, when we go into our warrior stuff, or you can have your toe off to the side. So your ankle could be neutral or it can be flexed, moving inwards. So whatever feels best for you, but remember, whatever you do on this side, work the same way on the other side. So I'm going to actually have my toe out because this feels more challenging for me today because it's engaging my inner thigh right here. Oh, let's lift up those arms, reach up through this. So good into this supported or modified gate pose. Yeah. Let's drop our right hand down to the right side of the chair and let's lengthen over and we get this wonderful side stretch here. So such a long stretch from our fingers down to either our toe or our heel, whichever the furthest is away from you, however you have your foot going. We've got this wonderful long line right here. Breathe it, inhale, and exhale. So good. All right, let's windmill this. So taking our hand, it's really easy for the hand to go to that knee. Don't take it there. Take it either to that quad, the hamstring, or if you're super flexible, then it's down on your calf. I'm gonna try and go down there today. That is a challenge. Reaching that over. Oh yeah. It's getting that inner thigh too. So we've got this nice stretch on the other side. Getting so many things right here. If you're finding that your hand is creeping up towards your knee, then go ahead and move that to the stronger part of your leg. So we want it either again on that femur, on the hamstring, or back on that calf. Good. Let's go ahead and release that. So good. And let's turn this into supported pigeon. So front leg is supported, back leg is nice and straight. Heel is lifted. Let's lengthen up through our arms, reaching up through our fingers. Reach, 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 reach. Inhale it. As we exhale, we can forward fold here. Your first modification for forward fold is on those hands. Second, down onto those elbows. You can fold it forward all the way, or you can be using a block. So listening to your body, but also keeping that back leg engaged and aware. Keeping that heel lifted, trying not to let that leg go to sleep. Holding that here and breathing. Good, wonderful pigeon here. So good. Let's reach back up through this, reach and lengthen. So nice. And then release that. Good. All right, now we're gonna go into some warrior cycles, some cycles of warriors, or just warrior. We'll do a few of these. Find our warrior 2 legs. So our foot is in, slightly in, back leg, left foot, slightly inwards, right foot, out. Knee is aligned with that ankle. There we go. All right, proud warrior, supported proud warrior on this chair. Love this one. So good. So strong legs, strong torso, strong chest, strong arms, strong neck, strong head, but that face relaxed. Try and relax those eyebrows, that forehead, that mouth, that jaw. Try and relax that. Breathe it here. Inhale and exhale it out. Strong, proud warrior. Drop our back arm. Take our palm up. Reach up into that reverse warrior or peaceful warrior right here and breathe. Inhale it and exhale it out. So good. And let's take it to our side angle. So remember, we're not putting a lot of weight onto this leg. We're making our legs do the work so that it's hard. You should be able to kind of move this arm around because you don't want to have all your weight there, even though it's so tempting. Even though you want to, try not to do it. Try and lengthen here into this nice side angle and breathe. Good, bring this back up. Proud warrior, faces relaxed, just gazing over that right hand. Gazing right over that. Good, and then release. Very nice. Good, let's switch sides. So let's go ahead and give our left leg the chair, take our right leg off to the side. So I had my toe out. I'm doing the same thing on this side. If you had your toe in, then do that on this side as well, on the other side. So we find ourselves in our nice little supported gate pose or modified gate pose because we're using the chair. I use those words supported and modified because we use the chair. So any of these poses, I just add supported or modified to it. Breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Drop that left hand down. And let's reach this over. So good. Nice long line here. Long line from our fingers. The furthest finger out all the way to either your toe or your heel. Whichever is furthest away from you. And breathe. Very good. And let's windmill this. We did this on the other side. So remember, hand is either to that calf, which I'm challenging myself today. That's really hard. Oh, it's really hard stretch on that torso. Or that hand is either on your calf, on your hamstring, or on your quadricep, not on your knee joint. Goodness. And breathe. You know, it's hard on that waist, but I'm also feeling it in my hip flexor. I think I feel everything in my hip flexor. Good. So good. And breathe. And shaky breathing. Good, go ahead and release that. Let's turn this into that pigeon. Supported pigeon right here. Back leg is nice and strong. Heel is lifted. Reach up through those arms. Let's breathe it. Inhale. As we exhale, you are going to either take it onto the hands, onto the elbows, or we are folding all the way forward. I use a block here. I can't get myself all the way down because my hips are so tight. And that is okay. That's my life. That's my life. It's all right. Breathe it here. Leg is strong, not falling asleep. Leg is lengthened. Yeah, I don't think I would trade my running or my biking or the things that like, or that stuff. I don't think I would trade the tight hip flexors for not tight hip flexors. I'm okay with it. It's just fun groaning about it. It's saying that it's so hard because it is. But I wouldn't trade the things that my hip flexors allow me to do for more flexible ones because I like to do those things. So again, it's changing that mindset. It's figuring that out. Good. Go ahead and lift that up. Reach up through that. Oh, so good. So nice. And then let's release that. Let's take this into our warriors. Be strong warriors right now. All right. Our back leg nice and long. Our right leg nice and long. Our toe is in now. Our left leg. Knee is over that ankle. Foot is to the side. Strong arms. Strong legs, strong torso, strong chest, strong arms, strong neck. Relax that face. Relax that jaw. Maybe you even need to move it from side to side. That's helpful too. Relax that forehead. Maybe you even need to close your eyes if you're like, oh, I'm still tense. Maybe close those eyes. Breathe it here. So good. Drop that back arm. Take our palm up. Peaceful warrior. Reaching up through this. Lengthen into that reverse warrior or peaceful warrior. Two names for this one. And then the Sanskrit name, I don't know what the Sanskrit name is. Good. And then let's go ahead and bring this back down. Proud warrior. So good. And then let's take this into that side angle. Remember, try not to put barely any weight there. Make the leg do the work. It's hard. Breathe. So good. Very nice. And bring that back up. Lengthen through this. Good. Back into that proud warrior. And then release that. All right, wide legs. We've got our spinal twist here with our wide legs. Are my favorites. We always go to this side first. Let's go to this side first. Let's go right. So let's inhale and sweep our arms up, drop our left hand down. Open to the right. Oh. And breathe. Good. And let's inhale and sweep this up. And now right hand down. Let's open to the left. And breathe. And sweep this up and then release that down. Good. Bring our legs out in front of us. We're going to go into our standing forward fold. So using those blocks, if that's what you want to use, placing them where you want them, sitting ourselves up tall. We're at the front of our chair. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Seated forward fold. Let's plant our feet into the floor. Press against our blocks. Lift our glutes up off of that chair, lengthening through our legs. Oh, so good. Nice standing legs right here. Let's inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Take a seat back in that chair. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Lift our glutes up off of the chair. Inhale, flat back, look forward here. Exhale and release. Take a seat back in that chair. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Lift our glutes up off the chair. Standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward, tabletop. Exhale and release. Take a seat back in that chair. Inhale and sweep our arms up tall right here. Exhale, dive it down and over. Lift our glutes up off the chair. Standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Keep ourselves here, standing nice and tall. Inhale, sweep our arms up, tall mountain pose. Reach this up. Let's exhale, cactus our arms back. Cactus that. Good. Inhale and lift. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, cactus our arms back. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, cactus our arms back. Inhale and lift this up. And let's release our arms to our sides. Good. All right, we're gonna go into using that chair for it's kind of a supported triangle. So we're going to take ourselves, close to our chair. Actually, let's go walk our feet away, hands on the seat of the chair, and just give yourself, just give yourself a nice little stretch right here. This is that modified downward facing dog, except we're going even lower because we usually use the back of the chair here, but now we're going even lower. So that might be a little bit more difficult, and that's okay. You may not be able to get as much mobility here. That's okay. Good. All right. So bringing ourselves, hands are on our chair. Walk our feet a little close to that chair. We're going to keep our right hand on the chair. We're going to take our right foot back to the floor. Keep our heel lifted. So this would be, actually, go ahead and drop that. Yes. So we're going to drop it. And then we are going to open to the back. So this is a reverse triangle right here. Right here, right here, right here. And I love this because we can do this because it's supported by the chair. Oh, so good. Release that. Very nice. Keep our left hand on the chair. And now we open up into that full triangle. Oh, so good right here. So good. That knee is bent. You can modify yourself here if you want to take that triangle even bigger. If you're like, ooh, I love using the support here, it can get me deeper into this triangle. So good. All right, bring this back to center. Let's take this into a supported warrior 3. Let's bring our back leg up. So we're just getting all that leg strengthening right here. Stretching and strengthening. So lifting that leg up. So good. And then let's bring this down. Very nice. Good. All right, let's take it to the other side. So let's go ahead and take our left leg back. Drop our heel. So now our toe is pointed towards the back. And we're going to do that. It feels awkward, that reverse triangle. And this side, I know I can't get very far. I'm just getting halfway here. And that's how it is. Maybe one side is easier than the other for you, or one side is harder than the other. Yeah. But keep breathing. And let's bring this to center. Keep that right hand onto that chair. And yes. Oh, there it is. Open into that triangle. So good. I love doing the triangle with the support of the chair right here because it gets even more of a stretch along through the torso and especially through that inner thigh. So good right here. Very nice. Let's bring this to center and let's lift that left leg up. Warrior 3, lifting and holding. This isometric hold, making that glute work, making those nice glute muscles, those very strong glute muscles, some of the biggest muscles in our body. Super important that they are strong. They help with everything. They support, they help that back. Good, and then release that. Very nice. Good, good. Shake that out. Let's scoot that chair. We're going to take ourselves down onto our backs. Grab whatever you need for kind of relaxation. We're going to do a quick shoulder stand, modified shoulder stand, and then we'll go into some relaxation. So grab whatever you need for all of those things. We're going to take ourselves down to the floor, or you're scooting yourself up against the wall. You're going to take those legs up onto the chair, or you're going to take your legs up against a wall. And let's take that block or stiff pillows or books covered with a pillow or a blanket and place that underneath your sacrum for support here. And let's go ahead and lift those legs up in the air just for a few moments of our inversion pose of our legs above our heart. Yes. And you could find a dead bug here. So maybe your legs are lifted and your arms are lifted and shoulder blades are down and back and flattened to the floor. Yeah, that dead bug is good. And breathe. Just enjoy this. We don't have a lot of time for this inversion today. So if you're like, oh man, this is so good today, then when we're done, go ahead and go back into it. Do it more. Because if your body's like, yeah, I'm liking that today, then do it, go with it. Or don't even finish with us. Just stay here and keep doing this. So do whatever feels best for you, for your body today. And if you have those arms up in that dead bug, let's now open those arms off to the side, palms facing up. Shoulders are rotated open, so good chest stretch here. And maybe you're rotating those feet or pointing and flexing those feet. Good, and then let's go ahead and release that. Let's take our right ankle into our left thigh, press our inner right thigh away. And then release that, switch sides. Take that left ankle onto that right thigh, press that inner left thigh away. And then release that. Good. Moving your block out from underneath your sacrum. You can move it together. And let's lengthen into our final relaxation. So if you have that eye pillow, you can put that eye pillow over your eyes just for the next few moments, just to enjoy that heaviness, that darkness. Let's reach through our arms, reach through our feet, reach through those hands. Oy. Let's inhale it deeply. And a big exhale or a big yawn, whatever comes first. If I passed it to you, a big yawn, you're welcome. Good, lengthen through that. So good. Oh. And just relaxing and releasing this here. Still staying in that relaxation. Let's bend at our knees. And if it's available to you, maybe you're able to tuck your tailbone under and flatten your lower back into the floor. It may not be available. You may have some issues going on. You may have an injury, or you may have had spinal surgery, or you may have lordosis, or you may have things where it's like, nope, my back does not flatten. Then don't flatten it. Let it, allow it just to be neutral. And breathe. That's the beauty of this practice. Whatever you've been through in life, whatever you're currently going through, this folds around it. You don't have to stop this. This like kind of melds to it. You just make it work for what's going on with you right now. Let's drop both of those knees over to our most comfortable side. Take ourselves on to our sides. Oh, yeah. Told you my lats, I'm feeling it in my big back muscles. Feels good to be on my side right here. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and press ourselves up. Bring ourselves up into a supported seated pose that feels strong for you. Love to be in the kneeling pose because I love to end with that stretch on the front of my feet, ankles. So good. Sit ourselves up tall. Let's inhale and lift this up. Bring our palms together and exhale, eyes following our fingers. Take our chin to chest. Good. Lift our head center. Take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today and speak with others, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Big, deep inhale here. And exhale it out. And again, big cleansing inhale. And a big cleansing exhale. Oh, man, thank you for joining me for the practice today.